All right, there you go.
Awesome. Well, you guys, I am super excited to have this call tonight with Amanda Noddings. She is a Star Diamond leader on our team, and this girl just achieved Success Club 10 Legend. Now, the difference between an all star get hit Success Club for 12 months in a row for the entire year, but a legend goes above and beyond and does it for a solid 24 months. And it's not easy. That is some dedication and consistency. And she is a Success Club 10 legend. Um, I have to look and see, but I believe that I'm a Success Club 10 legend, and so is Jesse. I have to check out the other stats because Amanda, of course, asked me, and I wasn't 100% sure, but I'm going to find out. Um, but it's a huge thing because it shows consistency in helping at least 5 people every month. And she has been a coach for 2 years. So that means since she started, she's hit Success Club 10 or higher every month. And you guys have seen her numbers on the board are high. So I would actually be curious to see how many accumulated Success Club points you have, Amanda, over
No,
the last couple of years.
I can't add.
So I know. But anyway, you guys, she's helped a lot of people. And I think that is huge. And she started out on her journey. Like she had success and she's come so far. Like she just talked about how she increased her max out time on Insanity Max 30. And I think that just goes to show as you're a coach in this business, just because you achieve success doesn't mean that you stop. You always are working on getting better. And that's what Amanda has done. Now, a couple cool facts. And Amanda's really
And
happy
I
about the
share
picture
it.
that we posted. um, I a couple of cool facts about Amanda. She's a mom of 2 cute, adorable little kids, and she's a wife, and she's busy like the rest of us on here. She works crazy hours at the VA hospital, and she makes the business work. She's efficient with the time that she has, and she's grown a really great business and has a good income from it, and is also going to be competing at Summit in the Body Beast Challenge, which I think is really cool, which is why I made her do Tabata today because she's going to place.
I
So,
don't know.
and she has won the challenge with Beachbody. You know, the challenge you get entered into and win money. She's won $500. She's won $1,000. Have you won it? It's twice, right? And
I
then she
went,
was up for the big grand prize.
I went for a
Um,
day and then I won for the month. Yeah.
Yep. And so she's at $1,500 just for submitting her results. And they've asked her to submit them again. And they've asked her to submit from start to finish, which can only mean something really big. So that's exciting, Amanda. So I am excited to hear her call tonight. It's on relationship marketing. And she, tagged it as the most effective and enjoyable way to build your business. Amanda does build her business on relationships with her clients and her customers, and she's grown organically, which means that she hasn't paid for her leads or paid for her customers or coaches. She's gotten them all organically, which is really cool and not something you hear very often. So take it away, girl.
Yay. Well, thanks for that awesome introduction. I am excited for that. I'm a little scared because I saw that the top 10 people in that competition are all actual professional competitors. So my goal is, I don't know that I would have a chance at that because I'm not paying for a posing coach or anything like that. I'm just doing the best I can. But I feel like I do better with big goals because they push me. And that's the same thing with, so I needed a push in my fitness. And I also feel like, thank you, Crystal. I also feel like I pushed myself in my business with big goals, which is why for the SC10, it's always been my goal. SC10 is my goal every month, and SC5 and my husband's if I can swing it. And that's just never was my goal to do less. So I know I needed to earn money to even get past that first month into coaching. And I knew that if I got Success Club 5 leads, I got free customer leads. But if I got Success Club 10 leads, I got commission from them. So that was it. That's why I set that goal. So I'm really excited about that, earning that it's really something I worked really hard for. And I think that it's really important to know that for everybody that you can do it from the very beginning, because I didn't have anything anyone on this team doesn't have. And I just tried. I haven't done any personal inviting, if you want to know the truth, this month at all, but I'm at SC8 because people went and bought challenge packs without telling me, or they messaged me and asked me for the link because they're people I invited last month, or people who've been following me or whatever. And that makes my business less stressful now. So I think it's really the consistency of showing up every day is so valuable. And that's what that means to me. That means that I showed up for my team and for my customers every single day, even when I don't have time, even when my husband and I have had hard times, even when my roof blew off in a storm. I showed up and I posted about it and I did my workout outside, whatever I need to do, but I'm showing up whether it's good or bad or the ugly. And I think that we all should do that. And that's how you build your business. But let's get into this. I have a very poorly made, technologically inept PowerPoint for you that I made between 3 and 4 in the morning, right before my Super Saturday. So I would love to share that with you. So I'll do that. Let me pull it up here. All right. And I'm going to have to, I think, minimize that. I don't know why it shows Tanya, but we're going to look at Tanya. And then, I will pull this up. So, okay. Maybe I can make this bigger. I'm not very good at Microsoft programs, so I'll do my best here. So, and Tanya, I really wish your face wasn't hanging out there. There you go. I don't know why it says you're the speaker, but you could be the speaker. Hopefully it can hear me. Anyway, so this is about relationship marketing, which is what I think we're really all doing here in this business. And this is the most effective way to run your business, because, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out this speaker thing real quick. I hate floating voices with no faces. Tanya just got bigger. I don't know how to do it. All right, well, we'll just get rid of it. Okay, so instead of wanting to be, the point of this is to teach you like a different way of thinking of your business, which is about the people rather than the products and what you're selling. Because to me, this isn't a sales business. And if you focus on the relationships, that's what keeps you from feeling like a used car salesman or struggling with saying that you never wanted a job in sales. I never wanted a job in sales either. So, sorry, I'm moving around. I'm glad you guys can't see me. So let's just get right into it. See if my slides will go. All right. What is relationship marketing? Relationship marketing is a lead generation system that generates consumer interest or inquiry into a product or a business. So a lead generation system, meaning potential customers for you that are interested into what your business is about or what product you're selling. So this is a way you're going to get customers. It's relationship marketing or attraction marketing also, but they are different. The underlying philosophy is that developing and deepening relationships is the paramount duty of a business. So your duty as a business is not to develop new products or develop new technology or provide amazing, innovative things to sell. Your duty is to deepen the relationships with your customers by taking care of them and forming relationships with them. In relationship marketing, we serve and bring value first. So, instead of, there's just, in all different business models, you're going to have different focuses on where your emphasis is put. And to me, I just think it's really important. It doesn't matter whether you're selling real estate or refrigerators or Shakeology. If you're focusing on serving and bringing value first, that's how you're going to attract new leads and new customers and interest into your business. I want to say something before, well, let's focus on this, I guess. By investing in relationships, a tremendous swell of business is created by way of referral and repeat business. So isn't that what we all want? We want referrals. We want repeat business. We want people to say, hey, you should pick Amanda as a coach. You know, she totally helped me last summer with the 21-day fix. Or, hey, I saw you've been like trying to bring healthy food. Have you heard of this thing? I have a friend who's a coach. That's what we all want, right? We want that word of mouth, but it's more than word of mouth. It's a referral. And that is way more valuable than just people chattering and talking. Your level of success will be measured by the quality of the relationships you develop. So if you have a superficial relationship with someone that stops the minute they click purchase, that's not a relationship at all. That's just a sale. And so the level of success you have is going to be measured by the quality of the relationships you develop. I think that's important to know. So let's talk about this. What is relationship marketing? It's serving your customers in such a way that they become walking, talking billboards for your business. So don't confuse it with word of mouth like I just touched on, but think about the difference between someone saying, hey, I ate at this restaurant versus someone describing that the steak was so moist and tender and the flavors were amazing. And the waiter, he came over. I talk about this restaurant called Clover in Spokane. And I say, we went there. They have this dry aged ribeye, right? This is going to make my mouth is watering already. I'm always about the food. They have this dry aged ribeye that they cure for like 3 weeks and salt crusted. And then they hand carve it off. It's all local, organic meats and produce. They have their own little greenhouse in back where they grow their own herbs. And so everything's seasoned with all this organic local stuff. It's phenomenal. And when we were eating there, we were out on the patio and it was a beautiful spring night like tonight, and it was gorgeous, but it started to get kind of cold at dusk. And the waiter, he came out with this beautiful like big picnic basket, and he came up to me and he said, could I get you would you like a warm blanket for your lap? And I was like, well, yes, I would. That's awesome. He gave me this blanket and I put it across my lap, and I just felt so like, oh, this is so nice. Now we can sit out here for the rest of the dinner without me sitting here shivering. It was just awesome. And I have to say that like that level of service was just over the top. And I have told everybody they should go eat there. Every time we go, we're happy. Every time we have a hard time ordering something other than the ribeye because we do the ribeye good. So relationship marketing is somebody talking about the 21-day fix to their friend and telling them that not just that the fix is a good product, but that I'm the coach to help them do it, that I will help them go above and beyond. And that is valuable when someone says, oh, she posts these recipes and she checks in every day and this and this and this. She's lost 90 pounds herself. She this and this. And I all the time get messages where people say, my friend was just showing me your pictures, or I was just showing my friend your pictures. Can I give her your name? That happens to me probably once a week. And that right there is valuable to me because that means that someone is proud of me. They trust me. They consider me their friend. That's relationship marketing. And that's huge. Even I think Tanya used my pictures before for her clients. So it's when someone trusts you and knows that you become more than just a recommendation. You become more than just I know someone who's a coach. You want her name? You become this description where you can taste the ribeye, right? So that's important. So relationship marketing, which I was just kind of leading up to, it depends on trust. Trust is what makes work fun, okay? You don't have to convince people. You get to get right to the good part, which is the helping. Trust removes the ickiness from the sales process, and you get to go for yes. So when you're talking about go for no, and yeah, if you ask 500 people, then 480 might say no, but 20 might say yes, or 10 might say yes. Well, that's great and all, but maybe it's because of my struggle with depression and anxiety. Maybe it's because I just work so hard to be more positive, but I don't like going for no. I like to go for yes. And I feel like if you have these relationships with people first, before you start trying to sell them something, right? You don't end up selling them something. I mean, you might end up selling them something, but you don't end up trying to sell something. You end up trying to provide a solution for them, and they are willing to take your word for it because they trust you. You know, at my work, I have a coworker who constantly tries to undermine my authority, constantly makes snide comments behind my back. She literally makes me miserable at work. She's Debbie Downer. She has a big gray rain cloud over her head, and she literally, like, I can't even say something without, I mean, I could say the simplest thing, and she's somehow able to talk about it later to someone else and turn it into the most negative, horrible thing ever. And it's really hard. And when on the nights I work with her, I have trepidation before I get there. I'm tired before I get in the door. It feels like going to work. Now, just last week, just the other day, I have Sunday and Monday off, right? So Friday and Saturday in Spokane, where I live, were gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful, 80 degrees for the first time. We were setting record highs. We've had all these storms and all this, and then we always get a good winter here. So it was just beautiful, and my kids are playing in the yard, and had barbecue lunches. All I wanted to do on that Friday was call in. And guess what? That particular girl has Friday and Saturday off, and I was this close to not going to work on Friday and just taking a sick day to stay home and play with my kids because I have it. But that's not really my way. I never really call in, but it was so beautiful, and I was having so much fun with my kids. And my why and my dream is to be home with them. So I thought about taking that day, and I was really, really, like, up until the last half hour, I was almost like dialing the phone. And then I realized that that's that particular girl's night off. She's not going to be there. And all of a sudden I was like, well, I might as well go to work and go see my coworkers. We'll have a fun night. We will, you know, whether it's hard or not, and it's beautiful outside, at least we'll all be in it together. My whole perspective shifted based on this one person who was negative, who would not be there. And that's interesting to me because I don't trust that person. I don't trust them, and it makes the environment high stress for me. So if you have trust in your relationships, things are more fun. You feel like you can communicate more freely. You can be yourself, and you don't have to feel like, you know, so that's important. So there's two pillars of trust, and one is character and the other is competence. So I want to kind of define those for you guys. I know these slides are really bad and boring. I'm sorry. So character is when you demonstrate how much you care. Okay, care, Hector. I know that's not really where the word comes from. But character, oh my gosh, sorry. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you are relatable. Okay, competence is when you demonstrate that you are good at what you do and that you are a professional, a business person. So I want to do business with, you know, when I go buy my furniture, we went to a local furniture store. We spent $9,000 on furniture when we moved into this house because we didn't have any because we lived in such a small, crappy house before. And we went with a place that is competent and is known to have a good reputation for good quality furniture that they finance, I have friends who've used them, and you know, they have a good reputation in town. So that is demonstrating competence. But what really made me go there over other places that might have even had better sales was a girl I went to high school with, Rachel, worked there, and I trust her. And she has character. And I knew she wouldn't steer me wrong, and she wouldn't tell me I needed a $7,000 mattress when I could get away with a $4,000 mattress. And she wouldn't tell me to buy something if she knew it was going to be on sale a week later, because she had character. So the two pillars of trust both have to come into play for you to really excel in this relationship marketing business. And you can be amazing at one and not have the other, and I promise you, you will not go very far. I just think it's virtually impossible. Even if you built a business with competence but no character, it will be built on a stack of cards. And if you build your business with character This is my weaker side. I think I have great character, but the competence in the business part, remembering to remind people that their club is coming, or remembering to help them cancel their HG if they don't want it. That's the competence. Those two things need to go hand in hand. And I definitely struggle with that part more, but I do have it. I do have great intentions, and I do have both. And that's the foundation for your successful business. So try and make sure that you can do both of those things. Okay, behind character and competence is integrity. So there's two, oh my God, I'm wearing the same shirt as in this picture. There's two facets here, okay? Are you who you say you are? And does your life match what you are teaching? Okay, so on the left, you'll see a picture. I just pulled two pictures. They were from a couple days before I did this Super Saturday. And so I just went to what's recent. And if you can't go to what's recent on your Facebook and see from the last, I think this is important. So I hope you're listening because I can't see any of you. If you go to your Facebook right now, or your Instagram, or whatever it is what platform you use, I want you to try and do this after this call. I think this is important exercise. You might have heard this before. If you haven't, please do it. And don't put it off. Go to your Facebook and look at your last 5 posts. If you look on a phone, you can see the last 5 pictures. You can see the last 5 posts. If you scroll down, you should be able to see a fairly well-rounded view of your life. And if you can't tell that you are who you are, or who you're trying to be, or who you're working towards, that doesn't mean faking it, but who you're working at being, you should be able to see that. You should be able to tell that you're doing something health and fitness related. That doesn't mean that it has to say coach and Beachbody anywhere. In fact, I prefer it doesn't. But you need to be able to see a picture of yourself. So are you who you say you are? And in my case, this picture is perfect for that, because it says, we are so worried about being pretty. Let's be pretty kind, pretty smart, pretty loving, pretty strong, pretty determined, pretty selfless, pretty genuine. The world needs more of that. And that is very, very, very integral to me. That is very much how I feel. I'm not wearing makeup in 90% of my pictures, not because I don't like to be pretty, because I don't have time. And because it's not my priority. If I'm going to look beautiful, it's for me, or because I feel like it for my husband, because I have a little extra time to get ready and I want to feel better and special. But I'm not going to wait to look good to take a picture, because that's just silly. I'm sweaty and it's a post-workout picture. So it also has an underlying message that I exercise frequently, and that I'm working on being healthy. And it just talks about what I value. So, and it adds value to other people. It's a little uplifting message. So there's that. Are you who you say you are? On the right-hand side of the screen, you see, does your life match what you are teaching? And this shows me and my kids. I go out in public looking like caca, but I am wearing my size Wear and Share shirt. I got that from corporate. They sent that to me, which I thought was really awesome. And my kids are with me, and I'm spending time with them. And I would rather go out and take them shopping with me than get a babysitter and go by myself, because I don't have much time with them. So I do try and spend my time with them. I am wearing a size shirt to remind people that I do fitness and exercise. I do have sometimes have to put the lemonade on the lemons, you know what I mean, and put a good spin on things. We were dressed all wonky. We didn't look great. My son's wearing his helmet backwards. He's wearing some lugs, hiking boots. My daughter's wearing sweats. Her pants are like high water, and I'm dressed like a freaking hot mess. But you know what? We were out getting it done, and I shared that. So if you're posting something like, oh, I'm a coach, you should totally join my challenge group. And then the next night you're posting a picture at the bar where you're pounding down shots, and you don't do another health or fitness related post for like 5 or 6 days, you're probably not practicing what you preach. And if you remember the 3 vital behaviors, one of them is be a product of the product. And that's not all that complicated, you guys. It's just, to me, I'm not buying what you're selling. And I mean that in a analogy sense. Like, I'm not picking up what you're throwing down, like it's just not ringing true. If you look perfect all the time and you have everything perfect and whatever, that's great. More power to you, but that's not me. But if you are that person, then hell yes, share that. But just make sure that you are doing those things. And in that case, that means the 3 vital behaviors, you're doing your personal development. So there, look at that left picture. Where do you think that came from? Personal development. Be a product of the product, right? I'm working out. I'm eating right. And I have said that my why for this business is to spend more time with these kids, and there they are. And I'm trying to make it work and take charge of my health and fitness and change my life, even though I'm busy, which is me at home getting it done in my little living room, So how do you do this, right? How do you do this whole trust building thing? Be a product of the product and help others proactively. Okay. So on the left, you can see like, that's not the best picture of my abs I ever saw. In fact, I was up like 7 pounds from before I started the program on day 14. Did I not take a picture? Hell no. I still took a picture. And you know what? Like I said at Super Saturday, which is, anyone who is at my Super Saturdays on this call, you remember, I had to take this picture twice. Why? Because I didn't know whether I was saying 41 or 14. So I had to switch the fingers, 1, 4, 4, 1, until I got it right. But I took it, even though it was a sweaty hot mess, even though I felt fluffy, even though my weight had gone up, even though I was less than confident that this program was going to get me good results, because I'm telling people that I'm doing it, and now I have to prove it. Now I have to own it. You can't just tell me you eat the 21-day fix and then not mention it again till next month when you want to sell another challenge pack. How do I know you're doing it? Show me. Show me a dinner. Show me your food. Show me a picture. Have your containers on the table. Have a picture of anything you're doing. You can have your Shakeology cup in the background. It doesn't have to be in the foreground. It doesn't have to be a picture of your shake today. You don't have to talk about coaching, but you could have a Beachbody shirt on in the picture. There's lots of ways to share what you're doing, but be a product of the product. If you aren't telling people that you're sticking to this, then no one's going to believe that you are. So just remember that. I can't stress how important that consistency is, both with your coaches, your challengers, and your prospective clients. That all goes back to building the trust and those 2 pillars. And then, be real. Remind people sometimes, they might not remember. I get messages a lot of times where people, the first time, I usually get an influx of messages after I post something about how I used to feel, and not so much when I post a picture like this one on the right that shows my large before and my smaller after. Those are great, and they get a lot of likes. 200 likes on a picture is great, but 20 comments or messages or 2 private messages asking me for help because somebody identified with how I feel is way, way, way more valuable to me. Way. I would rather. Wouldn't you rather? Just imagine that. If you can look at your post and you see all these little hearts on your Instagram, and you're like, oh my God, this has 76 likes. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Good for you. I can't get 70 likes on an Instagram post. So you get a gold star today. But how many Success Club points did you get? How many people reached out to you for help? It's not the before and after, the drastic change that's going to get you results. It's you sharing honestly and proving that not only do you have that integrity, the competence, and the character, but that you are continuing to be a product of the product, and that you are, you're doing what you say you're going to do. People respect and admire consistency, and they desire it for themselves. So I want you to think about that. And I want you to remember that this is the last slide. So we're wrapping this up, and maybe my shortest call ever. You guys should all do a sign of the cross and say thank you. But this is an important statement. The reason people want to talk to you and want to purchase a challenge pack from you or want to be in your group is because people respect and admire consistency, and they desire it for themselves. So think about that. In our lives, there is so much going on all the time. Things change all the time. Things are constantly moving in different directions. You never know what's coming at you in certain like places in life. And if you have someone that you see has something steady going on all the time, that's appealing. You know, even the trash shows people watch, like the Kardashians or whatever, you know what you're going to get when you tune in. You're going to get some ridiculous drama. You're going to get some big booties. You're going to get some fashion, maybe a stupid appearance by Kanye. I mean, you know what you're going to get. And you tune in anyway because it's comforting. And it, you know, you trust that it's going to be that way. Leave It to Beaver, you know, like people want to watch that show. That wasn't because their lives were all perfect in the 50s. It's because they knew what they were going to get when they showed up and when they tuned in for that, you know, and that's just something that's really valuable to people. And the consistency that you're going to have by doing that workout and being a product, this includes like lots of things, right? Like I have a little list. Do your workout, drink your shake, living a healthier life. If you're struggling, if you're moving forward, if you're moving backward, if you're not perfect, if you're helping others proactively, if you're caring when there's nothing in it for you, nothing. What's in it for you? If you don't sell a challenge pack, but you help somebody. If someone wants one of my recipes, I share it with them. The only reason I can't always give it right away is because I'm so damn busy. It's probably not on my blog yet, but I promise I'll get there eventually. But you know what? Like, I'm not ever going to say, oh, sure, I shared in my challenge group, and if you buy a challenge pack from me, you'll be able to get it in my group. What does that do? It doesn't do anything except make me go, oh, I see, you just really want my money. So building that relationship and making yourself someone that exemplifies that trust and takes time for people and cares beyond the cash register, that's going to benefit your business in ways that will just reward you tenfold over time. And that if you are laying the foundation now, it's going to pay off every month. And I want you to think of something. If you're busting your chops right now and you aren't here 4 months from now, what's the damn point? You might as well hang up and quit now. That's what I think, because I'm not doing this because next month if I make $20, if I don't make $200, I'm quitting. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, if I don't make $100 next month, I'm done. I'm doing this month to pay off next month, to pay off next month, to help someone tomorrow, to help someone next week, so that someone who buys a challenge pack from me today in my group next year gets to say what I got to say, which is I lost 90 pounds. I changed my whole life because of you, Amanda. You helped me. Or with your help, Crystal, you guided me. Or because of you, Kelly, believing in me. Or Gina, you inspired me. These things are important. And because of those little seeds you plant all the time, that's what pays off in the long run, not a big great before and after. So build the trust and build the relationship. And I hope this gave you some tools and ideas to do it. And then I really want to remind you, and, you know, I should show before I totally just say goodbye, because God forbid I wrap it up all at once. But if I go back in here really quick, I want to just, I want to show you, if you go to, get out of the way, you. I closed Facebook because it gives me too many stinking notifications while I'm on a call. So I closed it. But what I'm challenging you to do is go to your page when we get off the call, or look on your phone, better yet, because 90% of people are on their phone, and go to and see what, oh, hey, that looks great. I'll have to tell you when we're off the call. But go to your page, click on your own name, and then see, oh, I can't talk to you right now. I'm on a call. So if you go to your, scroll down, oh my God, you guys, stop. Scroll down and look at, okay, so there's the picture. This is an invite post I did right before the call. But over here, so you can pick your highlighted photos here, and that's why they kind of all have the same theme and colors, and they show a little bit of me. You get to select those, but if you go down here, this shows your most recent posts with pictures or whatever. And you can see here talking about my fitness tracker. I have a workout picture, talking about the healthy food watermelon I left in the car and what a forgetful mom I am. You see a picture there of me cooking with my kids. Here's my horrible Tanya picture from the other morning. And then, here's my new haircut. But you can go and see those and see what you've been talking about lately. And hopefully, and if you do it on your phone, you get an even better picture. But you can go to your Facebook, and as you scroll down, it will show you those and see what people are seeing when they go to your page. Maybe they see something you post and they just click on your name and they go and they just get a quick, people have 10 seconds and get a quick snapshot. What are they going to see to make them decide whether to click add friend or not, or to say whether to message you or not? Because if one picture is you saying join my challenge group and the next picture is a 20-pound plate of nachos and the next picture is a F this, F that, F that, I mean, I'm pretty quickly going to decide that you're not my person, right? And I'll just keep cruising, or I'll find someone else, or maybe I'll go to Amazon. So just think about that, and I hope that helps you guys maybe get some direction. And that's all I have.
That was awesome.
Good.
That was really good, girl. I loved it. Who has a question?
Thanks, Justin.
Anybody? Justin, you're right. It was a really good call.
Oh, thanks, guys. I didn't look at the chat, so I don't know if that's... Oh, yay, he even swore for me. No, I was just reading. He said it was a good call. I just don't know if there's any questions in there, but if anyone has one, let me know, other than getting a webcam to work.
Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, thank you, Crystal.
I think that Amanda touched on something really important that I want to make sure doesn't go unnoticed. She touched on a lot of things, but I think the biggest thing and the biggest key to success is being consistent and showing up and not feeling like you have to be an expert or perfect, because we aren't. That's not what a coach's job is. We're not supposed to be perfect, and nobody wants to follow a perfect person. And I also think that making sure that you are consistently showing up and being who you say you are, being authentic, because there's nothing more awful than like meeting somebody that you follow on Facebook and you have this perception of, and you meet them in real life and then you're like, wait, you're like a different person and you don't look like your photos, and in real life you're actually not very nice. I mean, has anybody met someone like that? Like you see them on Facebook and you're like, oh my gosh, and then you see them in person and you're like, who are you? So I think when she talked about the character and this being such a relational business, you really need to make sure that you're intentional. I don't think I see that with anybody on our team, but just make sure you are who you say you are. And then also consistency, showing up all the time and, taking pictures even when you don't feel like you look your best. Like Amanda she talks about she doesn't put makeup on. I rarely will put it on either. And like half the time I come, not showered. I don't know when I washed my hair last. You would think I would, but it's going to be tonight. I promise.
And there's nothing wrong with having makeup on, but I'm just saying that
I love makeup.
I do too, but I just don't know what to do with it. I look like a clown, but I love it. I'm just saying that, if you're going to put a workout picture up, I mean, I'm not telling anyone this isn't hard. It's hard. I don't do it like hoo and prance around. I'm sweaty. It's hard. It takes effort. I'm not maintaining weight loss by picking my nose, and I'm not doing like sit and be fit in a chair where I just like, ha, 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 ha. I'm working at this still every day, even if it's only for half an hour, but I'm doing it. I'm giving it my best shot, and I'm putting scary goals out there, whether I'm going to hit them or not. And you know what? When I don't make that top 10 and people think that I'm going to be crushed, I won't. Will it sting? Maybe. But will someone identify with me because I tried really hard for something really scary and I didn't make it? I bet they will. And if I do make it, how freaking cool will that be? So what do I have to lose? What do you have to lose? The BHAG. is what Darren Hardy calls it. Your big, hairy, audacious goal. So I want to get 5-star. I want a 5-star elite team. I want 5 of my coaches to hit diamond. And I want to build this great business. I want to help as many people as I can. And I'm going to walk across stage in a really small ass bikini, whether I should or not. So, those are my goals right now. And they're out there for the world to see. And you just can't be afraid of that, and that authenticity pays off.
It does. And I think that you're doing it. You're living walking proof. And I think that's what a coach is supposed to be, because that's how you inspire others. And if you're, if you put yourself out there, it's scary, and you will get people that will try to put you down, and you will get haters, but it's not all the time. Don't let one person's opinion derail you from helping all those people. Look at all the people Amanda has helped. And if she would have listened to somebody that said, oh, you shouldn't do that, or decided not to put herself out there, think of all those people. I mean, seriously, you guys, add that up. She wouldn't have helped them, because she wouldn't have been out there. People don't know. So I think it's, put yourself out there, show up, build the relationship, be who you are, have your character and your competency, and then be here tomorrow. Like she talked about at the end of the call, that, make sure that, when you decide to become a coach, that you be a coach, and you're not just in it for that day or that month, that you are going to show up. Because there's nothing worse than like making a commitment to people. And this is where integrity comes in, and say, oh, I'm going to be a coach. And then you disappear. It's, we see it, it's sad, but don't be that person. Be here. Like she said, she's doing it for next month, and then for next month and next month. Like the intention is to be in it for the long term. And that's how you help the most people. And that's how you achieve your goals. And that you change not only your life, your family's life, but other people's lives as well. So I would be curious to know how many people you have, like what you're accumulating.
I'm looking at it right now. It's 188 for 2015 for Success Club Point.
Okay, and that's not including. So that's
just Success Club Point.
That's just her challenge packs. So that's a 94. You guys can't see my light phone. 94 people that she helped last year.
And I have 70
minimum. And then she had her retail customers too that just bought a program, or maybe she gave them free advice. That is a lot of people. And you can do that too. And that was just 1 year, 2015.
82 already this year. So there you go.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. My first month, I started on March 15th, and I only hit Success Club 8. And that stung, but I was only coach for 2 weeks.
Just kidding. They don't really.
My first full month.
Wasn't even a full month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, don't discount what you can do, because you can do it too. So definitely, reach for it. And like she said, she made SC10 her non-negotiable. And that is, my non-negotiable. And, when I started, I was like, this hit SC5. And then I quickly realized that SC10 is where the magic's at. So SC5 is great, but SC10 gets you those free Shakeology leads, and you have five people every single month minimum, which is awesome. So thank you for a great call, Amanda. This was awesome. And I'm really thankful that you shared that with us. I know you shared it at your Super Saturday, which is incredible. And Amanda runs a Super Saturday up in Spokane. She does it. There wasn't a Super Saturday up there, so she just decided, well, I'm just going to start my own. And she's a new coach, and she put herself out there. And you guys, Super Saturdays, running them is not easy. I run one in Portland, and she just went for it and did it. And it turned out to be amazing. She's grown her Super Saturday quite a bit. So if you don't have a Super Saturday in your area, when you go to look, for one, don't underestimate the power of what you can do, because she was a new coach, and all she got was a phone call with me.
My first one was in a bar, and we did pile around pool tables, and it was awesome. Yeah. And I was petrified. I might have peed a little. All right.
But awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope everybody has a great night. And definitely, if you're at Summit, make sure you go to the competition. It's Friday night and watch Amanda on stage.
We're there to support.
I'll be there.
And maybe someone else on our team who I can't say, but is maybe doing it. But it's a secret.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.